Okay, before we start, just some announcement and next step. Tomorrow, it's the last session because on the next session, on the 17th, it will be like pre-juries session with Stefan, professional investor in the team, and you will present your project, and we'll see today. We'll see what you will present and how. It will be first ideas and first structure for your presentation. I've shared this morning also some examples of pitch deck, investor pitch deck, 2 examples, and a template with the structure of your pitch deck presentation. We recommend for the 22nd of February. On the 22nd of February, it will be the final jury. Ideally, we will select on the 17th which project will be ready to present on the 22nd. And on 22nd of February, it will be the cities deciding which project will be able to experiment on their territories. We'll have the Veolia support for prototyping. We'll have also the Scaleway package, with for development and cloud services, and will be also Blue Ocean Awards finalists. So if you are selected on the 22nd, you will have all of that. On the 22nd, you will see, today we'll give you more details. On 22nd, it will be a 5-minute presentation and 5-minute question-answer session with jury members. So you see, it's very short, but it means very sharp and very impactful. So you need to prepare your speech with your group, with your teammates, to be fully ready. And in the announcement, please take time to register your guest for the 22nd of February. On the guest list, we have shared the link. It's online. It's a Google file. So you can have your guest. Only for the guests, it can be your teachers, or VIPs, or your team, or yourself, attending physically at the UNISA. Okay. Do we have other announcements? Hi, Jason. I see Luyanda also. Hi, Luyanda. Hi, Jason. Luyanda, Vinny told us, about your project. Here's the list of the project we have now. We have created a WhatsApp group to interact directly with you and the coaches and with your team. So Jason, George, me, we can directly have, and the coaches, we can directly have a connection and real-time support to you. But for instance, Project Topi with Luyanda and Vinny, we are not, we didn't created this WhatsApp group for now. We didn't have some. Where are you, Vinny and Luyanda? Are you still on this Project Topi, or are you with BOCorners and Busso? Or?
In the last week, I have been with BOCorners and Busso.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Luyanda, what do you think? Where are you? Do you continue your project Topi? Or do you join BOCorners and Busso, Vinny? Or I don't know.
I'll continue with this project.
Okay. Okay. Good. So we will have to, during the workshop time from 11 to 4, we need to visit you, especially Luyanda, with your project, and to see and to where you are, and to check that you need some support or not, and maybe to create this WhatsApp group or to connect with you on WhatsApp. Because now you see, tomorrow is the last session, so all will be quite fast now and to go to the 17th. And hi, Judith, also. Hi to Judith. Hi.
Hi, Alba. Morning, everybody.
Morning. So here it's the list of all the projects we have now. Some of them we had already good interactions. Most of them on their project during the weekend and after the last session. Do you have some announcements or some questions about your project, about the next step? Please open your mic and ask for your questions, or if you have some comments or questions. You agree with the list here and the entrepreneurs we have in each project? Yes. Okay. So we have, in agriculture, I know there is Caroline who joined you into Meleng, and maybe in Tobacco. I hope you could interact together. Yeah, into Meleng, it's good. Yeah, you are muted.
Yeah, I have been interacting with both Caroline and Tobacco.
Okay.
Thanks. Yeah.
Okay, so let's start here with the agenda we have today. We'll have 30 minutes minimum to share your metrics, your usage scenario, and have feedback and the reactions from the group to make you feel even more comfortable and having some feedback. It's always very efficient and interesting to have this collective intelligence sharing. Then where we are, what is the investor pitch deck? So for the 22nd of February with the final jury. So as I said, we have shared this morning with you some examples, 2 examples. It's a real project. And also we shared the template where you could use to complete your pitch deck. Because as you will see, with the matrix, with the usage scenario, you have already made 90% of the pitch deck. It's already done. Then we have from 11 to 4 the workshop, and the sharing session at 4. We all join together at 4 to share this collective intelligence session. Okay, so who want to show us his matrix, his or her matrix and usage scenario? Maybe, I don't know, we have Bongikosi, Tumeleng, Bongikosi with Mbuso, Tumeleng with Caroline, and Tobacco, maybe Diva, I don't know, or Tabang. So, who want to start? Tumeleng, you want to start? And we'll have Sami also. Sami, you will present your matrix maybe at the end, because it will be a good link with what we will share just after regarding the market potential evaluation. So Tumeleng, you are ready, or maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Sure. Good morning, everyone. Hold on, let me.
You want
Share
me
my
to go on the project, or?
I was
Thank you.
just putting everything on the keynote presentation actually. So I think that's
Okay.
much easier to do it there. I need to share my screen.
Yeah, I will stop my sharing.
Okay. Keynote. Right. Hi everyone. So I've been wait, here we are. I'll start here. So I'm busy filling in the top part. So this is my matrix. I'll start with number 1 in the list. What is the industry? Is biofertilizers and pesticides. And the standard offering currently is just artificial fertilizers and artificial pesticide. I'm not sure how to word that, and industrial production methods. And so that I mean, so nothing that's non-organic, something that's made in a factory. And the non-customers that we are hoping to reach, smallholder farmers and organic farmers, and anti-non customers are large-scale farmers. So typical farmers that have like thousands and thousands of hectares of land, because we identified that those would be much harder to switch to more sustainable agricultural practice. And unexplored, we identified that municipal gardens and urban agriculture schemes in both municipalities and also Etupiñán Metro. And our value proposition is that sustainable solutions to improve soil health and yield. I'm still playing around with that. Maybe agriculture should feature somewhere there. But what we're eliminating is complexity in the usage of the products and services and extra labor and costs that are associated with that farmers incur when they hire additional staff to spray the pesticide, additional specialists to come in and do tests on the soils and on the crops. And what we've reduced is maintenance costs and time, which is what the farmer would have to buy and maintain the equipment needed to spray the pesticides. And we've reduced the amount of agricultural waste that goes into rivers and groundwater systems. And we've also reduced farmers' risk and anxiety through our comprehensive product and service. We are reducing the risk that farmers and anxiety that they would have when switching to more sustainable agricultural practice, because as we all know, the anxiety that comes with switching habits and changing practices that are deeply ingrained, especially in an industry like agriculture. What we're raising is autonomy in production. So farmers get to be more in control of what happens in their land, from how it's managed to what they can grow and also what they can sell. And then what we're also raising is incorporation of indigenous knowledge systems into our management plan, where one of the things that has come up with interviews with the farmers is that a lot of the knowledge systems and ways of producing fruits on their land, that knowledge has often been ignored by these large pesticide companies who come in and sort of apply a one formula, a one solution formula to every farmer, whereas that's not necessarily the case, as each farmer is different and each land is different. So we, in our approach, we're incorporating those that accumulated knowledge of the farmer, of their land and their history into the management plan. And we're increasing also the value of the product. So by switching to more sustainable agricultural practices, we find that the farmer can then sell the product as organic, or they can label the product as organic, and they can sell those at a much higher price point. Also, we're increasing the value market of the product. So for example, in one example, we know that with tea production, and we've had success with this, where farmers would then use the organic tea can then be sold to cosmetic companies that extract stuff from it to make eye masks. So we are raising the value of the product by increasing the market share that the farmer would have access to, not only the organic market, food market, but also other industries where there's a need for pesticide-free vegetables. And what we've created is an integrated pest management plan, which is something that still doesn't exist in the market. It's it's like a unicorn. We all talk about it, but no one really knows how to do it. We have created a data-driven approach that advises farmers on how to manage their plan. And we created a cooperative farming network in which this would be all of the smallholder farmers, because we're focusing mainly on smallholder farmers at this stage, that accumulated shared knowledge is then processed and then disseminated across different farmers. So we know what works, what doesn't work, and we're able to overall increase productivity and increase our chances of success. But more than that, by creating this cooperative farming network, we are able to have a much stronger voice when negotiating with other producers or other distributors for their products, because we're coming in as one voice instead of different farmers going to different distributors. So we're able to negotiate a much higher price point for the product. So far as to include this part, I have the numbers. I'm going to put it in just now. But the
we'll share some more tips to proceed on this part, and we'll have an example with also with Sami, like I said, on this project.
Perfect.
Yeah, we'll go more. Okay, some reactions maybe on this matrix from the group. Hi, Vuyisa. I see Vuyisa is connecting. Some reactions, Jason, George. Want to react, George or Jason? You have some reaction on this matrix?
No, it's quite comprehensive. It brings in many of the things we discussed in our sessions, and it's.
Is it enough? I would say going. Is it enough far in the? Is it a blue ocean offering? First question.
I think from my discussions with him, this is the first stage.
Yeah.
And then as he developed it, he has something that will probably happen in a few years from now. But in our conversations, he decided he'd start with the provinces that he is familiar with, share the things, get enough traction to spread it beyond his area, because he's changing behaviors. And that's always difficult.
But my point is just about this data-driven approach. It's a mean. It's not a value. It's like you say, okay, I will. You will use now a computer. You will now use a mobile phone. But okay, I will use something else, a new tool. But what is the value? What do I get from that? So I think you need to go further on the value of that. And we don't see here really your idea of and this very good value to have the farmer, maybe, and it was your key need you have identified, the biggest one, about the simplification. You need expertise and you need support and simplification to be able to understand what is happening on the farm, how he should manage the farm. And of course, it's through maybe data and analysis and a lot of things. But what you bring to him, it's I think it's a simplification of the farm management, or something like that, or in the and also to have a new label, to have an organic label, and to be able to sell more and to sell with a better price, or to have and of course it will be through data access or data or mobile app, or I don't know, or sensors.
Yeah.
But they are just a means, so they cannot be your data, your in the created part. It cannot be data driven approach. It should be the value.
So,
and you
so
can
what,
and here's the tagline. It should be not data driven approach. No.
Yeah, I mean, that I was just playing with it. I can change that. I think what I want to understand is that, so maybe this is what I haven't explained in a way that makes sense. Maybe that I understand what you're saying, that the data-driven approach is more of a tool, not really a value, but I think the value here is this management, integrated pest management, because that encompasses everything, the services plus the product that we're developing. So maybe not put in data-driven approach, but more focus on selling the integrated pest management, because this management plan and service would incorporate data-driven and expertise from us and what's been happening in the field, by combining it and creating a new management plan, sort of a new transitional plan for the farmer to move from whatever practice to the new sustainable practice. So that's the value that we're creating. It's just that value is, maybe I get what you mean, that maybe
it's delivered. It's delivered with tools, with data and everything. But and maybe this. Maybe you can find something even bigger than integration of the pest management. And we feel it in your words, in your speech. We feel that there is something bigger, because at the end, what the farmer has, it's big value, because now he is able to do something he could not do before. He was not able to do before. You see, like maybe managing or turning his farm into an organic farm. He was not able to do it before because he didn't have the expertise. He didn't know how to do that. But with the support from other farmers, with the network, with maybe data, with reports or support and simplification you will get from with your mobile app and everything, he will be able to. He could not do it before, and now he's able to turn into a really organic farm, and to be labeled, to have the label, to be labeled, labelized. You see? So this is created for him. This is really the value created for him. Something. Yeah.
Okay.
So maybe
I think that's one of the things that I have to think more about it, because the way I'm thinking about it, if the industry is like biopesticide and fertilizers, the inherent problem with that is that the farmer has issues with pests on their farm, or issues with the land not performing well.
Yeah, so, come back to the key needs you have identified and see what you are solving exactly in terms of key needs. It is the value. Here is the value.
Okay.
Data driven and even integrated pest management, and even the farming networks, there are means, there are tools to make it happen. Of course, they're important. It's your mechanism, but here you should talk first about and you should spot at first the value you bring to the farmer.
Okay.
And then when you will be able to make a summary of this created part, it will be your value proposition, and you can make the farmer speaking. Okay, no, I have this. As a farmer, no, I have this. I could not do that before, and now I can do that, thanks to this solution. And the tagline, it will be in 3 words. The summary of your value proposition, just in 3 words, like a slogan, like and you can find also image on Google Image. You search on Google Image some illustration, some image to show visually what is it about. It can be also a logo, or if the logo is connected to this value proposition.
Okay.
Okay, and you want to share to show your usage scenario?
Oh yeah, sure. So yeah. So we start here where the farmer notices that their crops or soil is becoming unhealthy and unproductive. And then the farmer then asks neighbors.
Oh, so you are the farmer. Play the role of the farmer. When you
I noticed
this. You are the farmer, and
I noticed that my crops or soil
and
is becoming
you can start introducing which farmer you are. Which profile? Which persona?
So I'm a smallholder farmer, and I grow wheat on my farm, and I realized over years and years of using pesticides, artificial fertilizers and pesticides, I noticed that my soil is becoming unhealthy and there's a decrease in productivity. I become concerned. I ask my neighbors around me whose farms are doing better, and they inform me that they joined a network of there's a network, and then I join the network, and from that network I get introduced to this company and consultants that I speak to on the phone and about the issues that I'm experiencing on my farm. The consultant then comes over to my farm, has a site visit, and we do an in-depth analysis of what's happening, and they take my land use history and they recommend a way to move to more sustainable agriculture and improve my soil health. I buy and purchase the recommended biofertilizers and field monitoring service provided by the company, and a representative from the company, consultant, helps with the application of the product and installation of the monitoring probes into my field. I begin to notice an improvement in my soil health and plant productivity and a decrease in pest populations on my farm. My farm is doing really well. My farm is continuously monitored. How do I move this? My farm is continually monitored, and the data is sent to the company for diagnosis and prognosis. And I sign up for their monthly subscription service, in which I receive monthly updates on performance of my farm. And along with that, I get recommendations on how to improve my soil, to improve plant performance with improved practices. And then this cycle continues until until my farm reaches the state where it is now completely organic and I've adopted sustainable agriculture practice. So this becomes a self-feeding loop that each month there's a new report that comes that advises me ongoing process on the transition to becoming completely sustainable. And then, oh yeah, that's it. I can't hear you, you're muted.
Don't talk about the community here. I don't see. You talk about
the second step.
I joined the, you join? Okay. But then it's a consultant giving you advice. It's not the community.
Yes.
You join it, but we don't see.
You join the community, and the community tells you about the consultant. Here, you speak to the consultant on the phone. The consultant comes over to the farm. You buy the products. The consultant helps you apply the product, and then you see the results. The consultant then gets the data.
Why it could be not the community? Why a consultant? It could be the community, no?
No, because each farmer may not have the solutions and expertise.
But maybe it can be the community giving you, some generic advices.
Yeah.
And then when it's a little specific, you have a consultant, but only when you need it, visiting you. You see. But for generic questions, for the basic process to become organic, it can be the community, I think. So.
Yeah, but the problem with that is that the actual transition to organic, it's not as easy as using fertilizer.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
then
Yeah, of
there
course.
is,
But I think
But then-
90% of the cases will be generic, and then some of them will need specific things, specific analysis, and they will
Yeah.
be ready to pay, because having a consultant visiting you, it will be a high cost. And
yeah,
most,
but this is why
most
we
of
start with a phone consultation first. We have a pre-consultation on the phone before the visit.
yeah, but we don't see the interest of the community here. We don't understand why there is a community. It's just my first reactions. I think the community should be here to manage, to give some generic information or reactions or answering basic questions.
Yeah.
Then when it's specific, you have to pay, and yeah, there is nothing about the payment. Yeah, I purchase.
Yeah.
The consultant is not is for free. The business model is only where to buy to sell the biofertilizer. Consultant is like a seller or a vendor.
No, it's the product and the service. The service is I purchase the recommended battle and field monitoring.
yes.
services.
Okay. The consultant, it's a cost. It's just a cost for you. So you
Yeah.
see, if they all ask for, they call for a consultant and they never purchase nothing, it will be not profitable.
Okay, so there should be a step. Yeah.
Yeah, I think basic. And then when they have purchased, they have the consultant.
So maybe the phone consultation, and here there'll be a purchase.
Yeah, it's the managed by the community. The community exchange some tips, exchange good tips, and exchange what to do, and then you are okay to pay because the community has recommended your service. You purchase, and in this service there is a visit from a consultant. You see, it's for the profitability, the business model. Oh, it will be some reactions. Some reactions on this usage scenario. What do you think of the group?
From my side,
Yeah, Sami? Yeah,
can you hear me?
yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, so I'm saying this from my side. The usage case scenario is quite long, and then it's very difficult for someone who does not know the idea before to understand it in terms of process. Yeah, it's quite difficult for me to try to understand it if it doesn't explain.
What would you recommend to it to be?
No, I think if it might be shorter, in a sense, like if you can have kind of, in terms of steps, so to know that it starts from here, for first step, second step, third step. So therefore, with that, we have in mind that the information goes from here to here, and then much more better to grasp the information.
Yeah, maybe you can have numbers for each step and maybe less steps. Yeah, I agree with Sami because it's quite very detailed.
I'm very confused because the first one was very short, and then the advice was like, "Oh, make it more detailed." Now it's more detailed. I don't understand.
No, it was detailed, but each step, the description of each step. But here there are certainly maybe too many steps. Some steps could be summarized. And like we said, and I will share this again, it's the voiceover. On the screen, you should not write what you say. So this I have a phone, etc. This text, you should write it for you. This is what you will say. On the slide, on the screen, it will be just the image, certainly. You see, so it will make the slide lighter. And I agree with Sami. You could have less steps. Maybe some of them could be joined. And of course, I share it this weekend with some groups. When you present a usage scenario or any slide, it should be very light. You can have a look on the pitch deck I have shared with you this morning. You will see there is 3 words on the screen. That's all. 3 words, an image. That's all. All is in your voiceover, in what you say in your speech. So you could have in, I wanted to share this with you also. You can have, you know, as a comments on your slide in PowerPoint, you know, you have a presentation mode where the speaker can see a screen split with comments on the slide.
Yeah.
And you see, so you can read, you can have on your notepad somewhere on the document what you say, but you should not read what is on the screen. You just have an image, simple image. It's exactly like I shared with you the usage scenario. It was just an image and a sentence, but the speaker, he give more details, and he's describing the slide. He's not reading the slide. It's very different. Yeah, but we'll improve, of course, all of that. Some other reactions from the group, from George and Jason.
Just add, as from a pitch perspective, is showing the distance between the as is and the to be is incredibly important. Yeah, I'm not seeing that just yet. Just the light in between the two. From what is the current solution and how differentiated and focused your solution is. That's my only comment.
Yeah, it's clear we don't see the difference between before and now. What you change?
All right, thank you.
Yeah, but it's good. It's good. You are on the good way, and don't worry. Don't worry. It's just it's improvement. It's step by step.
Yeah.
Okay, so thanks a lot, Itumeleng. Who want to share his matrix and usage scenario? And we have Vuyiza. I see Vuyiza. It's the first time I see you connected with Vuyiza. Can you tell us who you are? It's named Vuyiza on the screen. I don't know. Vuyiza? Maybe a spy, I don't know. So one, I don't know, Bongi Kozi, or you want to share your metrics and usage scenario with Vinny and Mboso? Bongi Kozi? Bongi Kozi?
Oh, Alban.
Ah, yes.
Yes, I'm here.
Yes.
To set this thing up.
You want me to share my screen to show the platform, or you share your screen?
Yeah. You can share the screen. You can share the screen.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Don't know if I did send you the usage scenario.
No, I don't think so. It's EdTech 2. I go on EdTech 2, right?
Yeah, take two. Okay.
Okay. The floor is yours.
All right. But I still have a lot of work because from the yesterday's session, I had to revision it and add the new idea. So okay. So here, the value proposition is to make video interviews and tests remotely offline, seeing the global crisis that we face from 2020, coronavirus. So yeah, what we are reducing here is this the correct one? Why didn't I just update this part?
EdTech 2, this one. No, it's not the good one.
No, wait, please.
Maybe you change.
No,
I
didn't. Yes, I haven't updated the reduced part. That's why. Yes, I still need to update this part because I've been trying to integrate the offline video interviews and offline examinations. That's why. Yeah, but I'm gonna start with the eliminated. I think that will be the best way to do. So what we are eliminating here is the impact of load shedding and network issues. Like I said, students find it hard to participate in these online examinations because of the impact of load shedding, which affect connection issues. And also the psychological impact due to not being able to write an exam. So the psychological impact is that when you miss the examination, well, you do get the second chance, but it's next year. So if you are planning to, upgrade on enrolling for a degree next year, that's not gonna happen because you have to finish the last module that you missed. And if it happens that you miss the second chance, then you're gonna have to register again for next year. So that's the psychological impact that we are eliminating. On the raised, yes, on the raised, yeah, able to write and submit exam without any ticket. Yeah. So what we are raising is the ability of students being able to write their exams and submit their exams without the hassle of the load shedding and convenience or time and location. So in terms of the convenience of time and location, since the online examinations, some of them propelled or force students to move from their locations to, for example, internet cafes to be able to write these examinations with this offline platform. Students will be able to, use their mobile phones since it's going to be offline. So yeah, that's that. On the created part, I haven't really updated this. I have it on my laptop, but it's still draft. So what we're creating is that offline examination platform, which will
maybe Bonkigozi, if you want, we can come back when you have updated, when you are all clear about this. Huh?
Yeah, I think that would be great because I haven't updated so many things here.
Okay, and maybe you have a usage scenario you want to show us, or you still are working on it?
No. I have the last one, and I've also not updated it yet because I want to add the video communication.
Just one quick comment. You know, it's also a comment for all the groups.
Yeah.
In the matrix, you see here, able to write and submit exam without technical connectivity issues raised and impact of load shedding and network issues eliminated. It is the same value, just you eliminate the negative of the opposite of what you raise. See, it's the same. So in the matrix, it should be always the value, one value should appear only one time. And you select the box, the actions where it appears when it is the most relevant. But you see here, elimination of the impact of load shedding and network issues and raising the ability to write and submit exam without technical issues, it's the same value. See, just
okay.
So it will make it lighter. And
yeah,
okay.
One more question, Havan, because so with the usage scenario, I understand that it needs to be more like a series. So I'm just a bit confused and seeking y'all's advices on how to go on about this, because writing an examination is one thing, and also it's important, like you said yesterday.
But you shared with us your written usage scenario. It was very good. Huh? It's exactly like
very
it
good.
should be. Yeah, you just and it's your text. It's the text you will say to the jury. I see. And now you just need to put some image following the steps, and to be a support, to be the content of your presentation, you will with your words to be a support to your words.
I do get that, Alban. Thank you, but I feel like it's not enough, because like I said, even the interviews have to be offline. We talked about the GMAT exams yesterday, and also
you can complete. Yeah, you can complete. Give some examples of which kind of exams, which kind of. It's all about, in your case, it's all about big moments, big key moments, real time.
Yes.
They are on real time. They need a real time connection. And if you miss them, if there is any technical issues, it can be a mess. So
definitely.
And you just need to say that, and you take one, you pick up one, you choose one example in these different big moments cases. It can be exam, it can be interviews, it can be like we said, GMAT and everything. Test. You just take one as an example, and you give all the usage, all the use case, what would be their experience of this, of your customer, your user on this case. It's just to make it concrete. See? It's just an example. You take one example.
Meaning that, Alban, since the key issues here is the writing of exams and the interviews. So I cannot like combine these two into one usage scenario.
You take one, you choose, you can make a choice and saying, okay, it can be a test, it can be an interview. And here I took this example. It's all in the voiceover, in the speech. What is important is what you say. It's not what is written on the slide. In a pitch deck, what you say is 2 times more important compared to what is written. So you can share if you want your usage scenario you shared with us this weekend.
Yeah, if that's the case, then I can share, because
yeah, you can share your screen to show it.
Because my problem, Alban, was to understand that I'm sharing now. Okay.
Yeah, it's here. I see. Yeah, it's very good here. It's very good usage scenario. Okay. Yeah, You just need, yeah, this is your text. This is what you will say, you as a speaker. Okay.
Yes, yeah.
You will
Definitely.
be playing
But
the
then,
role of the student, having a problem, having an issue, having having a big event, big moment, very key moment in the examination or also application process, or I don't know. And you say, okay, I took this example, this student as I am, and you can give him a name. It's a recommendation for all the, give a name, give a profile, say who is living, what he's doing, what is, who is this profile, this customer, this user. You are describing the experience. So,
okay.
and you play this role in this on the screen. It can be words like this, but it's better to have just some, maybe I don't know, 5, 6 images at each step, and you can make these images appearing step by step. And this is your text, what you will say as a speaker.
Okay. All right. I do understand now. So let me give you an example.
Sami, you can stay just to show your. I see Sami is leaving. Sami, you are still here? If you can just show us your matrix, and especially what we made this weekend, the potential market part. It's okay?
Yeah, so
yeah. I'm sorry, Mbongikosi, for interrupting, because Sami has to leave. You can show. I want him to show his matrix, and especially the data.
Okay, can I, because I'll come back instead of him stopping.
No, you can now. You are just in few minutes. You have few minutes just to show us your matrix, and especially how you did the market potential part. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Sami.
Just hold on.
Yeah, Mbongikosi, we can discuss during the workshop if you want again with your group, and also it's the same for all groups. Now you are a group. We have tried to join you and in 2 or 3 people group. So now you are a group and discuss all together. It's not only Mbongikosi for EdTech, or it's not only Tumeleng for agriculture. You need to decide together. You are a team, okay? And it's very important to show you as a team and to work as a team, because you will get very, very much. Thanks.
Okay, I have a few minutes, so therefore I'll be just quick. I'll go on the market potential, how we did it, and then maybe I'll come after explaining the metrics. So basically, what we are doing, we want to make drinkable water accessible to everyone. So you can understand that around 2 billion people in the world do not have access to a clean and drinkable water. So therefore, you can understand that in the world we are around 8 billion, and then the market so the market trend for water now it's about 500 billion US dollar. So there is 2 billion people that do not have access to drinkable water due to lack of purification and the logistics that come into getting access to water. So it can be installation or the municipality, they are not connected to the municipality network. So therefore we are targeting this kind of people, the 2 billion people worldwide. So we tried to summarize or to size our market in 5 years. So which from now, if we can add up the percentage, the 2 billion people that's left behind without getting access to drinkable water. So people in 5 years, the market will be around 667 billion. Because if we take that in terms of the percentage, it's around 20% of the population worldwide. So we're targeting the market share in 5 years around 1.25% of the world population, which is about 100 million. which we take from the Southern Africa countries, so South Africa and other countries. So therefore, when we take that market, we multiply by, if we take 600 we divide it by 8 billion. We take 600 by 8 will give us a number something like 80. They take 80, something like that. So therefore, if we take 80 billion, so if we multiply by 0.1, we go into in 5 years a revenue of 8 billion in terms of market potential. So that was the process that we come up with. Just first of all, targeting the number of people that lack access to water, and therefore to that we compound or we add up the number or the market share that we have right. So sorry, the size of market of water right now, and then we did some calculation of compound to get the total market share that we are targeting in 5 years, which is around 1.25% of the world population. So I don't know if it was clear. The questions.
Yeah, basically the market share, it's your personal objective in terms of ambition. What is your ambition? Here for Sami and Yann Olivier, it's they consider that they will be first, in 5 years, they will be able to cover the urban part of the Southern African countries. So it represents around 100 million people, and they represent 1.25% of all these 8 billion people market size in 5 years. Market size in 5 years, it's the sum, like as you see, of the market size. Red, it's the current industry, so how many people are using water today, plus what you will get, what you will bring as a new potential added to the first industry. All these non-customer you are now addressing, so they represent a potential of 2 billion. So you make the sum, it will be the market size in 5 years, and you take a percentage of this. Your market share, it's your ambition, what you think you can convert, how many people you can convert, you can have the customers as customers in 5 years. And then you multiply this market share with the market size in 5 years, and there are your revenues in 5 years. Is it clear? Do we have questions about this this part, the market potential? Itumeneng, I know you had questions a few minutes ago. Yes. Some questions about how to proceed for this market potential part of the matrix? No?
No, okay, clear.
Yeah, clear? Okay, perfect.
Yeah, I know how to do it.
Okay, good. Okay, no other questions. Thanks a lot, Sami. We make you free. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Let you go. Thanks for your time. See you later. Sibami is here also. Hi, Bami. So now we will. I will show you this. This pitch deck things. So where we are, as you know, of course, we are here. I did quite almost at the end. So we'll have today and tomorrow, again, our two last sessions dedicated to your strategy creations. And today and tomorrow, we jump in this pitch deck preparation. And this pitch deck, you will be able to test it on the 17th February in front of a professional investor. And it will be like pre-juries. So it's quite important because it will be the decision if you are ready or not to present on the 22nd. Not all the groups, maybe. We hope all the groups will be ready, but maybe not all the groups will have this ticket to access the final jury. Because we want the cities and the stakeholders to have really only the very clear and best project. So it's quite challenging, but yeah, this is life. That's the point. So today and tomorrow we will go in this pitch deck. So you remember this Russian matrix. It's
How
your.
are you?
I think you're.
Good. So I was calling you on WhatsApp there to let you know that we.
Yeah, you need to mute. You need to mute.
Sorry?
You need to mute? No, maybe Sami? Oh. Yeah, you, yeah.
Yeah, so thank you very much for your time.
Yeah. So this is your key deliverable, as you know, the liberation matrix. And in this matrix, you have 80% of your pitch deck content. If you are comfortable with the matrix and when it's made, when it's produced, you have 80% of the pitch deck ready. So in terms of process, in the Blue Ocean Shift process, we are here, the new offering construction, the matrix, usage scenario, strategic Canva to be, and also the MVP, the minimum viable product. So in your case, the minimum viable product, it will be the experimentation. So the experimentation you will submit to the stakeholders. So you will tell them, okay, this is what I want to do to experiment my offering, my project in your territory. So they need to know. So you need to tell them what you will experiment and what will be your objective, the cost, the time, the agenda, the budget, the partners, and everything. So the investor pitch deck for the final jury. So here it's an overview of it's from a study made from Sequoia. Sequoia is a very famous big investment company. They made some studies with the DocSend to know why are some startups funded and why are some not. What is the best pitch you could have, and how you can prepare your pitch deck. Is identified here the 10 steps, the 10 key content in a validated and funded pitch deck. So you have we'll see each of them in details. You have the company purpose, the problem you are solving, the solution you bring, why now, it's the momentum, for which potential market you are proposing your project, your landscape competition, your product in details, the business model you are using, how you get money, the team, and the financials. Here you have the result of this study in terms of percentage of decks, including each part, each of this content, and the number, it's an average of the number of pages, how many pages for each content. As you can see, and also, as you can see, problem, solution, company purpose, the team, it's 100%. All the pitch deck have always, all these successful pitch deck have always a team. It's the business model also, it's most of them, and product description, problem. So here, this product, problem, team, business model, it's the minimum you should say in your pitch deck. Second information we got from this study, it's the time. here how much time the investor have on each content, content categories. And you can see as a total, they only take 3 minutes 44 to evaluate a project, to read a project. So, and here you have they have most of the time they have on the financials, on the team, it's the same. Then on the competition, why now, company purpose, and business model. So you see the most important is financial. Normal, they are investors and the team. So regarding this, the final jury, it will be the same rules as we have in the BOCorners Awards jury. It will be maximum 5 minutes speech and 5 minutes Q&A session. You see, it's very short. It's very short, but if you are ready, it will be very long. And certainly you will need less time. You will maybe need 3 minutes because you will be you will go directly straight to the point where it's important. So each group has a final jury, and you will we will train you to get that. That's why we'll have training sessions next on the 17th. And if we have time, we will try to start this training session tomorrow, not today, tomorrow, if you are ready. But on the 17th, yeah, you will have normally 2 times to train you in front of a fake, not a fake, but a training jury. So you have to be very clear in your mind about what you bring, what you get, what you change in the market. So first option for you, for your pitch deck, is to use the platform. You see, on the platform, you have everything, all the content almost ready. If we go here on agriculture, you see you have each part here, you have your non-customers, you have your key needs you have identified, you have also your BOCorners matrix ready, and you have the to-be strategic canvas. So you can, and of course, maybe it's easier, use the platform, or you remember you have here some export. You can export each content into an image or a PDF or anything you need. So, and the matrix, you can make a screen capture. You see, you can do this and make a screen capture of the matrix. So, but you can also use the platform for your pitch. It's very easy. You don't need to use PowerPoint or Keynote. So if you use the platform, here are each step. So the content, the category content about the team, we recommend you to start with the team. So, and you just need to introduce yourself by the voice. Each member introduce her or himself with your background, the skills related to the project, and what will be your key role in the project. Here it's some tips. Here you can tell the story of your founders and key members of your team. So, and you open your video, of course. You introduce the team, but not only okay, this is my name, but also what you will bring to the project. Why is it relevant to have you on board in the project? It's very key, very important for the investors, for the stakeholders to know exactly your background, your skills, and what you will do in the project. So next content, the company purpose. It's in the BOCorners matrix here, the value proposition and the tagline, and with also an image. You see in the, you can go on the example. Yeah, you see in the matrix here you have this part, value proposition and the tagline logo. Here it's all about defining your business in just one sentence. So If it is one of your customer speaking, it's even better. Like for Hydro Wallet from Sami and Yann Olivier. Yeah, it's very clear. I can access drinkable water anywhere in the city at any time through my Hydro Wallet in a dedicated network for dispenser around me, and I can get money back from the water I didn't use. Okay, we understand in one sentence what you are talking about. What is your project? You need this simplification, this summarized approach. Okay. Even if you are doing a lot of things, you want to say a lot of things, but here it's the key value your project brings to the customer. And also you can talk about vision. If all is going well, what you will build, what you have built in 5 years for the future, for the society, for the earth, to make a better world. It can be your vision. You can share a vision here. Second step, the problem you solve. Here in the blue ocean matrix, you have the non-customers reached by your offering. They are defined as problems, having problems, so aware of the quality of water, with no access to water. And also you can talk about the key needs you have identified in your exploration. So, for instance, here, these key needs. So here it's still, as I said, on the platform. Let's see. On the platform, yeah, you have this non-customers, and you have your key needs. You have identified here key needs. So about problem, it's describing the client's pain. It's mostly, or what is very key for him. How you have approached these problems, and what will be the current solutions they have, and maybe the limits of this solution, the limit of this current solution. So third step, the solution you bring. It's here, this part of the matrix. It's what you bring in terms of value, you create, you raise, and what you change, what you eliminate, what you reduce. So you can explain here your Eureka moment. Why is this value proposition unique? So it's a created part and compelling. Why it will be sustainable, it will be continuing on the time in the future, and where is it going from? So your solution, it's this part of the matrix, it's the most important. First step, why now? The momentum, we call it the customer momentum. So here, of course, you have a lot to say, and you don't need to show some slides. You just can say, okay, we have conducted 20, 30 interviews during our exploration, and this is what we have understood. This is why there is something to do here. This is why it's something to do now. So it's the momentum. We have detected this or this profiles, and they told us this. It's also the key needs you have identified. Fifth step, the market size. So it's your blue ocean matrix here, not customer reached by the offering, and you make the connection with this market potential part we have shared just before with Sami. So you give here the potential market today in red, and what you will bring in terms of new potential, you will add in blue, this part. And then you can also give your objectives. So the total market potential, and with your objective in market share and in revenues. So you identify your customers, non-customer reached by the offering, and some of the how you create, which market are you creating, which business are you creating, and the best companies, like we said, do that. They invent a new market. They create their own new market. It's exactly what you are doing with Blue Ocean. Fifth step, the competition. So who are your direct and indirect competitors, and why you will win? And here it's your strategic canvas to be. You have built automatically here on the platform after you complete your Blue Ocean matrix. You have your to-be strategic canvas. Yeah. I recommend you to rank. You can rank the elements here. You can move the elements to have them following your for your curve, for your new offering, the offering for your project. It should be growing, constantly growing. So you can move them to have a growing curve. So it will be more readable. Okay. 7th step, the product. And here it's a usage scenario you have prepared. What do you sell? Which price? What is the customer experience? And like we said with Bangui Cozy, it's what you will show to the screen, you will share to the jury. It's mostly image, but you will say with your voice the details at each image, each step of the experience. Okay. And also you need to talk about price. You need to talk about these details in the experience, but with your voice, not written on the slide. Okay. 8th step, the business model. Again, with your voice, you don't need to show something. You need to say, oh, you will generate money, or will create, thrive, or do you plan to thrive? Or you will be paid, when, by whom, maybe which influencer, prescribers, or network you will be using, what are the interests to follow you. Here you have some examples of business models, classic business models. Yes, it is recorded, Percy. Yeah, don't worry, it will be available on YouTube. I've shared the link also in the chat already. So here you can explain it with the voice, by voice. And the last step, it will be your financials. And here in your case, it's what you ask as a support and maybe budget for your experimentation. So you will detail your experimentation. So what you will implement for your test. What is the scope of your test is very important. Which geography, which district, which profiles are you taking in this test? Who are you targeting? When, how long, how often? Which key partners do you need? Your budget. You will evaluate which budget you need to do this test, to perform this test. Your objective for this test, which lessons you will get, which logistic implementation, which figures you will get also with this test. Okay, so here it's following using only the platform. You see, with voice and each part of your project on the platform, you can present in 5 minutes. You need 5 minutes. Another option is, like Itumeleng already started, you can use PowerPoint or Keynotes or Google Doc, and you can have a slideware. So here are some examples of slidewares. Company purpose, you see here, vision. Here, Panjo, it's taken from real project. Panjo is a marketplace for those parts. You already have all this content in your platform, as you saw, but you can make some nice slides to show it. The team, you can have your pictures and with the role, the key role, your key skills, what you bring to the project. the problem, here's an example. So here, and like we said, the problems you have identified during the exploration, but you can put them in the slide. And you see, it's always very light slide. It's just one image, one text, very light. There is a voiceover here to give details, but the slides are empty. What solution do you bring? So here you see convenience, value, and so on. It's, again, you have this in your project, but you can put it in a slide to show it to the jury. Why now? It's the momentum. You can also, instead of saying it just by voice, you can also have a slide to show it. The market size. This is, like we said, the market potential part of the matrix, but you can put it with a little more details in a slide. Here, if you want. The competition, it's an example here. So here we recommend to have to show the strategic canvas to be. Product, here it's you see some example. You can show some screenshots of your proof of concept, or also here's to have a nice presentation of the usage scenario. Yeah, it's a usage scenario. The business model, yeah, it's an example of how you can present with more details your revenue model, business model, with percentage, with price, what you get in terms of money and when and where. Financials, so you can have revenue projection. You can share this, what you will get year per year. It's business plan, it's what we call a mini business plan, or so like this, with revenues, net incomes. So we know your margin and the investment. What do you invest? So mostly, yeah, this is what you invest to make the experimentation. Okay, do we have some questions? Yeah.
Can you explain the last slide again, please, Mama?
Yeah. It's the business plan, but it's really, if you are ready, you don't really need to see. And if you are clear and you are comfortable here with this market potential in the matrix, it's enough. But if you want to go further, you can have an Excel file. I can share this Excel file with you if you. But if you are ready, when all is ready before, and to have this kind of curves, it's a P&L, profit and loss. We have a simple file to do that. I can share with you.
Yeah, no, I know how to do this. I just want to.
Okay.
I want to understand this investment.
It's what you put in the machine, what you need to start the project.
Okay.
And investment, it's your balance, it's your money, the money you need before you need to burn. It's cash burn. You need to burn before you are profitable, before the project is profitable.
Okay, now I get that. So I'm saying, so in terms of the presentation and the pitch, this would be what the investment we would need for the product, right? Or for
in your case here, it's what you will need maybe to invest for the experimentation to proceed.
That's what I want.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
But it's maybe too early now to talk about that. So who asks question? So your objective here is mostly this with the platform. And like I said, the team, you introduce yourself and with the key steps, with your key role and key skills. Company purpose, it's the value proposition on your matrix. Problem, it's the key needs you have identified and connected to your non-customers you reach by the offering. Solution, it's your 4 action in the Brotion matrix, what you reduce, eliminate, raise, create. Why now? It's with the voice. Okay, it's what you got from the exploration And why is it now? Why there is something now to create an opportunity with a new business? Market size, it's this part of the matrix, the market potential. Competition, it's your strategic canvas to be automatically generated with your matrix. Product, it's the usage scenario you have prepared. Business model, it's with the voice again. You can say, okay, oh, I will get money. Oh, I will generate money. It can be also already a little, it can be already in the usage scenario. We understand in the usage scenario where you pay, where the customer has to pay, where you get money, but you can say, okay, it will be a freemium licensing, I don't know, subscription or something else. The financials here is this part with the details you give to explain the experimentation you will conduct. I already shared with you this experimentation details. So you see implementation. You need to answer all these questions, in fact, because this is what the stakeholders will need to take a decision. Okay, how will be implemented this experimentation? Who are the developers, providers, the partners, and the scope, with geography, district, which provides non-customer profile. Who are you targeting? When, how long, how often? What will be the timing, the agenda for your experimentation? With which key partners do you need to conduct it? Which municipalities, university, Veolia, or I don't know. Your budget is very important, yeah. So you need to have a valuation of what will be the cost to conduct this experimentation. And the objective, what do you get from this experimentation? Experimentation, it's a MVP, it's a minimum viable product, first version, where you test and you learn. You test something on a small scale to learn something to make you ready for the big scale. So which lessons will you get from, which answer will you get from this testing? What will be your implementation in logistic, scalability, maintenance, risk, action to be adapted, and the maybe figures, which numbers you are looking for. Okay. So here we will. So do we have questions first? Yeah. I know it's a lot, but you have this these slides, this content I've shared with you this morning. Some questions? No? Okay, so we'll switch to the workshop, investor pitch workshop. So you need first, the objective of today is to have your blue ocean matrix finalized, and especially this market potential part. So here, like we said, with the Sami example, this market potential, you need to give first the geographic coverage. So is it worldwide, this part? Is it worldwide, South Africa, Africa? What is your ambition in the next 5 years? Then you need them to have a valuation of the market size. It's a red part here. So what is the industry today? What is the in number of customers, of clients, of consumers, of companies, or in dollars or rand? What is the market size today? The red ocean. Okay, you can find it on reports or on the internet. In blue, the created market. So it's a valuation of these non-customers you are reaching with your offering, these profiles. How many people are they representing as an average? Not It's not precise. You just need an idea. How many are there? And even if you can convert it in dollars, in money, you can multiply this number with the price they are ready to pay, and it gives you this amount of money, this value of the created market. Okay. So, and last step, the market share here. Market size, it's the sum. Market size, it's easy. You make the sum of the red and the blue. So the market, you make the sum of the market size today, the red part, and the created market. It will be market size in 5 years. And the market share in 5 years, it's your objective in 5 years. Okay. And it's mostly connected to your geography coverage. In 5 years, what will be the geography you will be covering? And what does it represent in terms of percentage? Revenue in 5 years, it's just the multiplication of your market share multiplied by the market size in 5 years. See, that's very simple. Feel free to interrupt if there are questions. So, and for this workshop today, the second step is to finalize, to build your to-be strategy Canva, to have this comparison with the competition. So you just click on add your offering and you give a name. It's the name of your project. And you will have the blue curve appearing, and you can play with the curves, you know it. You can also, if you want, change or make a selection of the competition here. If you have to select only the most relevant. You don't need to have 10 competitors, just maybe 3, 4. It's okay. It's enough to show clearly to the jury that you are analyzed, and you have analyzed the competition. You know where you are and what you bring compared to the competition. And the third step, you finalize your usage scenario. As we said, you have very simple, with simple images like this and very small text on the screen, but you have also your speech ready, your speech already written, like Bongi Kosi he shared with us, on your own, ready to talk, ready to speak, to present this usage scenario. It has to be very smooth, very easy to talk. You can even have a role playing with your teammates. And the first step you need to do today, we never did it from now, it's this description and budget qualification for your test. So like we said, what is the implementation? What is the scope of the test? What is the agenda? With which key partners you will conduct the test? Your budget estimation is very important. If there is a budget, if there is a need of budget, and the objective, what you want to know from this test, what you want to learn from this test.